Quick Measure on screen will help you to do your takeoffs from a CD, a PDF file, or any digital blueprint that you have downloaded from an online plans room or it's been sent to you by email. You do your takeoffs directly on screen simply by using the mouse on your computer to click around the blueprint image displayed on your screen to do your takeoffs for square footage, linear footage, and item counts. Quick Measure on screen will help you take off any blueprint image in any digital file format, a PDF, a TIFF, bitmap, in whatever format the original blueprint was scanned. There is no digitizer equipment involved and no paper blueprints. You're simply using the mouse on your PC to click around the blueprint image on the screen to do your takeoffs for square footage, linear footage, and item counts. Quick Measure on screen will work fine in Windows XP, Windows Vista, or Windows 7 and does not require any special computer hardware, although we do recommend a larger monitor from 24 to 27 inches. Quick Measure on screen will work fine for all building trades except for earthwork. If you have an interest in earthwork cut and fill takeoff on screen, please call us at 1-800-731-3038. What you're looking at on the screen right now is a sample Excel spreadsheet for doing a flooring takeoff, working with tile, VCT, or hardwood, whatever the materials are. It is a simplified version of an Excel spreadsheet, but it's meant to represent how the Quick Measure on-screen software will work along with your own Excel spreadsheets that you've already set up. Quick Measure on screen will work by itself or will work with any other Windows program, but we strongly recommend that the best way to use the Quick Measure on screen product is directly along with your own Excel sheets that you've already got set up for yourself. Quick Measure on screen will work with all versions of Excel. This happens to be Excel 2007, but it'll work great with the older versions, Office 2000 and 2003. So how this works is when you load the Quick Measure on screen software on your computer, you then open up one of your Excel spreadsheets and you notice a menu comes up here at the top that says Add-ins. So if you click on that, what that'll do is that'll bring up the Quick Measure menu here and also the Quick Measure takeoff icons here, which allow you to do your takeoffs off the PDF file. This button here allows you to measure items by the linear foot. This button here measures square footage measurements. This button here measures linear footages in cut-up sections or segments. This button here allows you to count items off the PDF file. And we also have a lookup button over here that allows you to go back and take a look at each and every takeoff item that you have measured off of each PDF sheet. It'll record visually each item that you're taking off, and then it'll put that number, that quantity, directly back into that cell of the spreadsheet. So anytime you have a question about where a particular takeoff quantity came from, you just simply click on that cell and then click on the lookup icon. It'll take you directly to that particular item that you took off on that particular PDF sheet or a range of PDF sheets. Now, in order to do our takeoff, we're going to be working in the quantity column of our Excel spreadsheet. And we'll go to the Quick Measure menu here and we'll look for Manage On-Screen Images, and we'll use the Add button here. Now what that'll do is that'll take us out to our CD, or maybe we have some Windows folders where we've downloaded some PDF files from an online plans room, or maybe somebody's emailed us a set of plans and we've stuck them in these Windows folders here. We can make bid folders out of them. So we just open up one of the folders here. You notice we have a bunch of PDF files in here, so we can just click on each one here that we want to work on. You can work on maybe as many different PDF sheets as you want when you're putting together your bid. You can have 15 or 20 different sheets if you'd like to. That way it makes it easier for you to flip around sheets in case you need to look up some details or some specs. Now, do our takeoff here. As mentioned before, we're going to work on our quantity column here. We'll start with a couple simple square footage takeoff. So we'll use the square footage takeoff button here at the top. Now what that'll do is that'll go out to the folder there and grab the set of drawings for us. You notice that they show up in a tab format along the bottom here. And you can also, by the way, if you just right mouse click here, you can rename any of these here, because that'll help you with some of these CDs have all these PDF files on them and they don't even bother to label what drawings are which. So once you do start working on these drawings, you can rename them, and that makes it that much easier for you to flip around the sheets and you know which sheet you're going to. Now we're looking on the screen right now at a full sheet view that's been scanned in. This is originally a blueprint, obviously, that's been scanned in and digitized here. And in order to take a good look at it, we have several screen handling features which make it really easy for you to make sure that you're getting a good, clear, concise look at each sheet that you're working on. And so you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse here. You notice what that'll do is that'll take you in, zoom you in real tight, or you can also come back out. You also have the right hand mouse button here, which brings up a hand utility here. It's kind of like a grab utility. It allows you to kind of smoothly work your way around the drawing in case you want to take a closer look at anything here. And you also have in the lower left-hand corner here a full sheet view, which allows you to see exactly where you are on the sheet. If you want to zoom back out, you notice how it broadens the view here. If you want to slip over to the right-hand corner, you have to click there, or the upper right corner, you click there, or just mouse click back in the center if you want to go back to the center. So these screen handling features really allow you to get a good, clear look at each individual sheet that you're working on. Now, you guys out there that have used digitizers in the past know that you have to apply a scale to the drawing that you're working on. And how this is done with a PDF is we'll just kind of zoom into a dimension here. Now, this particular PDF, and this is a common problem, they haven't even put a graphic scale, or they really haven't even put any dimension lines on the drawing here. So we can always use a 3.0 or a 6.0 doorway to apply a scale. So what we'll do is we'll use a doorway here, and we'll go to the scale box here in the upper left-hand corner, and I'll just mouse click on that. In order to apply a scale, we'll simply mouse click on one end of the doorway, swing over to the other side, and what we'll do is we'll use the OK Done button up here, and we will put in that it represents 6 feet, as it's indicated there, but where the door is. And that will actually provide a scale for us. If you look down in the lower right-hand corner, you notice it says 1 inch equals 7.9 feet, so we're working with an 8-scale drawing. Use the scroll wheel here, come back out a little bit, use the hand utility here. You notice that it kind of gives us a smooth way to take a look at what you're going to do here. Now we'll work on, you notice these descriptions came over from our Excel sheet that we were using here. And we'll take an area measurement of the ceramic tile here. Now we can, just as we would with a highlighter on a set of paper plans, we can apply a color to this particular takeoff item. So all we're going to do to measure the square foot of the floor area here is to mouse click around the perimeter of the area. Now where you have a curved area, you can either trace with your mouse, or you can just kind of hit a couple extra mouse clicks there, and it'll draw more of a curved line for you, if you'll notice. So you're really just kind of going around the perimeter of the area here to do your takeoff for square foot. And it's really just a simple matter of clicking around the area. There can be as many bump outs or offsets as there are, and you're really just going to click your way around with the mouse, and you'll work your way back to where you started, and that'll take the square footage measurement there for us. Now once we've done that measurement, you notice that we now have that marked up on the PDF file there. That could be printed out on a piece of paper and given to the guys in the field, or be kept with the bid folder here. But once we hit the OK Done button, you'll notice what it'll do is it'll transfer that quantity directly back to that cell of the spreadsheet. Now anytime we have a question about where that quantity came from, we just click on the cell, hit the lookup icon at the top, and you notice that takes us directly back to that particular PDF sheet where that particular takeoff quantity was done. Now to continue our takeoff here, we'll again highlight a range there and go to the, let's say we're going to do another square footage takeoff. So let's say we're going to measure some different size, maybe we're going to do some VCT, let's say. So for that we could select again maybe a different type of color here, just like we mentioned before, using a highlighter. Let's say we want to measure some sheet vinyl here in the corridor. So we'll kind of go around, and all we're going to do is just click around the area that we want to measure. Again, there can be any number of bump outs or offsets. We're just really mouse clicking around the perimeter of the corridor here. So we just kind of go around here. We're just mouse clicking everywhere, and we'll kind of come back to where we started here. Now again, you notice how that leaves a marked up image of the takeoff that we did. And once we hit the OK Done button, again, it transfers that quantity directly back to that cell of the spreadsheet. So again, anytime we want to know where these quantities came from, we can go back here and hit the lookup icon, and it shows us exactly where these takeoff quantities came from off of this particular PDF sheet. Now, if you'd like to see a more detailed demonstration of the Quick Measure on-screen program, please call us at 1-800-731-3038. You can send us some PDF files, and we'll do a takeoff for you here right online. You can even send us one of your sample Excel spreadsheets, and we can go through a full detailed demonstration for you to show you exactly how the Quick Measure on-screen program will work for you. We appreciate your time, and good luck on those bids.